Self-worth. Something that I'm coming across lately with a lot of our online clients and our in-person clients is their self-worth. Now, I asked every one of our staff about rating their self-worth in our recent staff training day. Now, in that staff training day, we had all different numbers, okay? And there's no reason why everyone's self-worth should be a 10 out of 10. There's no reason why it shouldn't be that. So when I got numbers like 4, 5, 6 back, or even lower sometimes, I wanted them to ask themselves why. So now I want you to do it. So I want you to ask yourselves why. So break down your self-worth and what makes your self-worth. Is it money? Is it your emotions? Is it your relationships, whether it be family or friends or even your partner? Or is it your fun? So when you go for a pint at the weekend, do you live for that pint at the weekend? Is your whole self-worth based around how that Saturday night goes? And now I want you to ask yourself about your inner child. Can you talk to that inner child? If you can't talk to your inner child, then you think about you. So the 5-year-old you, the 4-year-old you, or even the 6 or 7-year-old you, where was your self-worth based around? And even if you unconsciously didn't even know, I guarantee it was based on love for your family or whoever was minding you as a baby, your peace, that tranquility of you being able to sit in the couch or lay in the cot or even being able to walk around. And it was your safety. How safe did you feel? And a lot of us, when we were kids or when we were growing up, that safety, that peace and that love may be taken away from us, and that can be very traumatic. Some of us lose people very early in life. Some things happen and we hold on to that within our body. And it's up to us whether we make the decision whether we want to let that go or we hold on to that subconsciously. But for us to let go, we have to be able to forgive. So I want you all to think about someone who has done wrong by you, no matter what it is, however bad it is, and you may feel I could never ever forgive them, and that's a very powerful thing. And if you say you can never ever forgive someone for something they have done to you, then how are you ever going to forgive yourself for stuff you've done wrong by others? So even if you never speak it to them, even if you're never friends with them again, doesn't mean you have to be. But you have to be able to imagine you're lifting yourself up into a cloud and you're looking down over them. And as you look down over them, you're able to forgive them, you're able to send them healing. No matter how bad they've done by you. Because when you wish bad on other people, it comes back to you. And what you put out to the world, it does reflect back on you, and it does come back to you. So even outside of that, and that may be beyond some of you, and you may not be at that point yet, but hopefully you are, and hopefully you can take what you need to take from that, and you can relate to it, because everyone has someone. And now I want you to think about you, your inner child, and as you grow up from your inner child, that 1-year-old you, all the way to whatever age you are now. And as you think back, all the stuff you held on to, you've done wrong by other people, the mistakes you've made, have you forgiven yourself? You may think you have, but a lot of the time we haven't. We hold a lot of guilt. We all make mistakes. I've made loads of mistakes. I've held a lot of anger, and especially recently I've had to let that go. And while you imagine yourself, you can close your eyes if you want, while you imagine yourself going up into the clouds, and you're up there and you're viewing down on yourself, and you can see you as a 5-year-old child, and whatever time it is when you get traumatized, and instead of feeling that guilt, I want you to imagine how you would react and how you would nurture that child as if it was your child. And if you do this for long enough, you realise that it's okay. And this stuff was all thrown in just to teach you. And horrible things happen, and a lot of things happen when they shouldn't have. There's reasons for everything. But it's up to us whether we make the decision whether we want to hold on to that for the rest of our lives, possibly get sick, cause early death, or to let go of that fear and let go of all that anger and move on. So, to transition from that, I want you to think of your very best moment, the number one moment in your entire life that you all have, whether it be a sporting achievement, a family occasion, a moment where you were just in complete utter joy. And I guarantee the emotions you were feeling, all the self-worth that you had was 10 out of 10. But what's stopping you from starting your day every single day with that exact intention, that exact self-worth? No matter how much stress is going on in your life, no matter what's going on around you, it's exactly what we should be feeling. And we can lose our way, and you'll find your way, and all these different things will happen. But we should be living our life to experience the best moments we can ever experience. And we've all had one moment, one good moment. We'll have plenty of bad ones. But I want you all to start rating your self-worth around your love and your peace and your safety. And you may say, right, but it's hard. But what we don't want to fall into is a victim mentality where we start choosing the excuse and choosing our ego to say, look, that's hard, I won't face that head on. Because we have to face things head on, otherwise we will never move on. And it's exactly the same as the forgiveness. When you have that ball of anger inside you, where you could just let rip, and if you imagine it as a ball of anger where you could just kill and rip and everything goes to shreds, but you choose love. That's when you're powerful, and it can be hard for people to understand, but when you choose that is when you truly move on and you don't hold it in your body, and you truly achieve your results. So it can be a little bit spiritual for some people, but when you look at it at a scientific level, if you cannot achieve a weight loss, or if you cannot gain muscle or gain weight purely based off your calories, or even if you can't follow certain disciplines that you are trying to follow, what is that draw to the darkness? What is that draw to all the distractions, the likes of the alcohol, the likes of the smoking, the likes of the whatever it is? What draws you to that? And it's all your self-worth. And if you can get that self-worth to a higher place and you get that confidence, what's going to stop you? Because that intention you had when you first came to me to achieve whatever goal you wanted to come and achieve, that's a win already. And you have to fall in love with everything. Have to fall in love with the little journey from having €2 in your bank account to having €1 million or more. Or losing half a stone to losing 10 stone. Or from being able to go to the gym and being riddled in fear and walking straight out the door, but you got as far as the car park, to being able to do a session and not even care what people are looking at, not care what people are saying. All these little wins, but it was the thought for you to even get there in the first place, is the win in the first place. So I want you all to go through that, and you can listen to this back a few times, and I hope you take value from it. And I want you all to get that self-worth, whatever you rate it out of 10, and let's get it up closer to 10. And eventually, we will get it to 10. So, everything is about confidence, and we will get there.